We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this.
And what this is, you know what, let's take it out of this. Let's get it out of this. We're getting too much glare, Let's do this proper, if I can. Oh, come on, out of there. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again without the glare. What do you say? And what this is Arizona Gunslinger smoking hot microwave popcorn. So I will say, before I get too far into this, that this is really loose. It's like it's not all tied together in the flavoring. So I'm a little concerned about this, if I'm being honest. But in popcorn, I'm not sure how well it lends itself to spicy stuff, because what and I'll get into that in a second. Let's look at the ingredients: popcorn, palm oil, salt, chili pepper, and spices. Okay, nothing too groundbreaking there. Hailing from Mesa, Arizona, you can see we've got a little bit of this bleed through here. So like I was saying though, with the popcorn, I'm not 100% sure that this is an ideal application, and part of that is because you get it, you aromatize the actual pepper when you heat this up and you pop it. And I'm not convinced that that is the greatest thing, because there's a huge difference between putting something hot in your mouth and eating it and swallowing it and so on. Huge difference between that and breathing it or getting it in membranes. And the one problem I have with this is that when it heats it and it atomizes it like that, I think that it's pretty hard to avoid the steam and everything else. It's just one of the issues I sort of have with this, and some of the other snack foods in general. This is really odd. I opened this and you can see the red right there. It's I don't know quite what to make of this, but all right, let's go throw this baby in the microwave and see what we get. Okay, so we can see it popped up actually really nice, very nicely. So we've got steam coming off of this, and that's the part I was saying. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it opened the bag quite a bit so you could let the steam escape, but it's still plenty hot. So let's grab a bowl here. You can see it. Oh man, it's hot. It's stuck in there a little bit. Okay. Alright, okay, that's it. So Arizona Gunslinger doesn't make, boy, I can definitely smell the chilies from here. They don't make especially hot sauces. Their sauces tend to be a little bit more on the tame side, but this is messy stuff too. But, you know, and I've done a lot of popcorns. I've done Jiffy Pops, I've done the Alice Kickin' popcorns. I want to say there's another one that I'm forgetting about, but if I'm thinking about doing Corn Ferno. I don't honestly like sweet popcorns especially, but maybe I'll do that one just for the video. So, all right, here we go. Not a lot of flavor to this. It's actually quite dry as well. Some of that, to be fair, might be... So this had an expiration date of 12/1. I am eating it. I'm recording this after 12/1, but not by a lot. This is a vague kind of general heat to this, I guess. It did pop up really nicely though. This, it almost reminds me of like an air popped, unflavored popcorn. This would actually be really ideal, flavor wise, texture wise, for popcorn balls. Oh man, that would be so good. The butter and marshmallow. Oh yeah. This is the right popcorn for that. Absolutely. I mean, it's good. It just has such a mild flavor though. I remember when air poppers first came out. Popcorn isn't particularly unhealthy, but everybody rushed out to go buy these air poppers, right? Look at this, there's a pepper. There's a pepper in there. There's a whole pepper in there. Very dry, wow. Very dry. Yeah. That was probably a mistake. Desiccated peppers. What the hell. Anyway, where was I? Right, so people are buying these air poppers. Right and left. You know, because they were supposed to be so healthy. Didn't need oil. Didn't need a microwave. All you need was electricity and kernels. They made Orville Redenbach in particular tried to market kernels that were designed to pop with these air poppers. So they were a big deal at the time. And everybody had these, but nobody liked popcorn. Nobody. You couldn't get anything to stick to it. It was dry and flavorless. No oil means you couldn't get salt to stick to it. Nothing. Which is why you don't see them being a big deal anymore. It was just a faddish thing, but it was pretty funny. Where I'm going with that long-winded story is the texture of this. There's clearly oil in it, but the texture of this reminds me somewhat of that old air popcorn. But it did tend to pop up pretty light and fluffy, so It made excellent popcorn balls, just like this would. I'm about halfway through this. Now I'm gonna call it a default one. That pepper, as dried as it was, definitely had a little bit more flavor than a lot more heat than this, and that was pretty minimal also. The flavor of that pepper was good. I wish I would have known what that was. I would have crushed it up before I microwaved it. I like this though. This is a pretty solid tasting. Again, flavors are not prominent, but when you can get them, it's pretty solid tasting popcorn. Get a little bit of butter flavor. Oh, I wonder if that's what they meant by chili pepper when they listed on the ingredients. I bet it was. It never occurred to me that it was an actual whole chili pepper. You know, if I see this again, I think I'm going to get this just so I can try it crushed up. And it raises the question of why are you putting a whole chili pepper in bags of popcorn? Just crush it. There's no way you can distribute it evenly otherwise. I'm starting to finally get some grease on my fingers. Good bit of salt. This would be really good incorporated with a really good kettle corn. Kettle corn is about the only sweet popcorn I actually like. That would be dazzling here. Oop. Very moderate heat though. Okay, so we can see it actually left quite a bit. This did not even, this is a small casserole dish, but you can see it filled it up, but there's still quite a bit left over comparatively to the other ones. So after eating the whole thing, I really wish I would have known there was a chili in there. I wish I would have known that so I could have crushed it up and tried to incorporate it more. The chili was delicious. Probably my favorite part of this whole thing. Even though it was all completely dried out. Towards the end, my mouth started to get a little greasy. Flavor-wise, I think I would actually put this probably near the top of the spicy popcorns I've had. I am thinking about getting another bag of this just so I can make the popcorn balls because I'm having so much fun making stuff. That's one of the good things, I guess, about 2020, if silver lining, I suppose, is I actually have gotten a chance to make a lot more things, to refine some of my cooking skills a bit, and to actually make stuff on camera for you guys to see. And this one, so if you want to see popcorn pop, you can look at some of the other popcorn videos. This time I elected not to do it just because I've done one of these so many times. And if you're interested in seeing a bag of popcorn spin around in a carousel, I guess you can get a microwave and a bag of popcorn and watch it. But just some of the other cooking stuff with making deviled eggs and things like that for you guys. I've really enjoyed doing that. The popcorn balls, I would have to eat them all myself, I guess, and I'm not sure I like them well enough to do that. So I may or may not do that. I don't know. I'll see if I can even find this again. But this was very enjoyable. This is one of the better spicy. It wasn't smoking hot by any stretch of the imagination, but it was one of the better microwave popcorns on the spicy side that I've had. Both the ones from Jiffy Pop were strange. The cheese was the better of the two, but it's actually kind of bitey, almost odd, like acidic, almost like it's very odd flavored. But it's better than the butter. The butter was not so good. Most of the ass kicking ones were charitably not great. A couple were okay. The Reaper and some of the other ones were just terrible. And the majority of the time you're mixing that popcorn with something else to make it palatable. This one, I think, maybe getting it fresher would make a difference. I think it came pretty close to standing on its own. So definitely, if you see one of these and you like popcorn, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a challenge for anybody. Certainly not for chili heads, but we're scrounging. As chili heads trying to find a spicy popcorn. So definitely is worth a go, and see what you think. If you like Arizona Gunslinger hot sauce in particular, you probably will have a pretty good idea what you're in for. But anyway, there it is, the Arizona Gunslinger smoking hot microwave popcorn.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.